Hi. This is a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be, so it should be pretty easy, I think. Cooking is a lot easier than talking in front of a large audience. But yeah, so when they contacted me to do this TED Talk, I find it pretty strange because everyone that I've seen that does these TED Talks is like an engineer or a professor or someone that's done some crazy innovative technology or come up with some theory or idea that can help the world and change everything. And they coach a cook, essentially. So I find it very strange. I don't have any PowerPoints or data or information to look at, but something that I do have is a very interesting life experience, and it's taken me on this wild ride from Canada to the US to Europe and all the way to India, in fact. So, I mean, I've had a lot of low moments, a lot of amazing moments in my life, but what I come to realize is that in each of our lives, we have these opportunities and these chances that come up. Some people don't even have them, but when we do, it's how we take advantage of these opportunities and if we actually take action and use them. As you're growing up, they keep telling you, oh, you're still young, you'll figure it out. Life is short. Whatever they've told you is a lie. Every day that we live, we grow older. Every day that we make these decisions and choices of what we do, where you want to go, if you want to go hang with your friends, or if you want to study, or if you want to go to school, or if you want to party. Every single decision and choice that we make affects the path in our lives. So they're handing out cookies to you. So if you get nothing out of this talk, at least you got a good cookie, right? So just to give you a brief background, my path and journey began. My father was a very successful restaurateur, very standard immigrant Asian family. They worked inhuman hours, 20 hours a day, very little interaction with the kids because as a parent, especially for new immigrants, you want to provide the best and you want to open up all these doors and chances and opportunities for your kids. Main focus is always going to be education, any opportunity to give you piano lessons, violin lessons, soccer, kung fu, judo, whatever it be. And we, as a restaurant family, at a very early age, we started to work at the restaurant. So from when we were 6 to 7 years old, every weekend we'd be at the restaurant in the morning, we'd be making cookies as our parents ran the restaurants. And this progressed through our early teenage years. I started washing dishes for my dad when I was 12 years old. I would go to school every day, do my homework for an hour, get a quick snack, and it's off to work. And this became our lives. But they armed me with these chances and opportunities to do whatever I wanted. Sadly, I was a very good kid. I started to go out a lot, partying, made a lot of really stupid decisions, headed down the wrong path, to say. Luckily, my father opened a new restaurant in Chicago and moved me down there so I could get away from this bad element and be away from all these not so legal activities. There I had a fresh start. Straight A student, was on the honor roll. I was managing, bartending, running my father's restaurant. He put me through an entire gambit. I started washing dishes again, started washing vegetables, and then taught me how to use a fryer, steamer, and I became a wok cook at his restaurant, and eventually I started running his kitchen. Surprise event, again, another down. I remember when I was 16, we got called down to the principal's office, and a nun came in and just told us that our mother had suddenly passed. Very unexpected, but that dramatically changed my world. No longer was I focused on school. That became nothing. I didn't want to work, and this is when I started hanging around the wrong crowd again. It was very enticing. These guys were probably cool kids in town. I mean, imagine when you're 16, 17, 18, you're going out 5 nights a week, you're opening bottles, you have literally carrying 2 lakhs of cash in your pocket, and you're literally just throwing it every night. It's it's fun. And it can lead you astray, right? Somehow, luckily, miraculously, I was still getting amazing grades in school, and I actually got 32 on ACTs, which is like the SATs. So I could get into virtually any school that I wanted to. Remembering that my mother wanted me to finish my degree, and being the proper, I guess, Asian kid, I pursued a biology degree, finished that, went to med school, but things started to look a little shady. I started noticing my friends, my so-called friends, they were being arrested. A couple of them had a choice. They got into a fight. They got some guns, and they actually killed a couple of people, and they got life sentences. This is 20 years ago, and these friends of mine, they're eligible for parole in 10 years. So they've been in jail for 30 years now. Then some people started to have accidents. Some things went astray, was in fields. Attending your best friend's funeral at that age is a little rough, but that's a wake-up call. And that's when I realized this was my chance. Throughout all this craziness, the one time where I felt comfortable and where I knew I was strong and something I was actually pretty good at was when I was in the kitchen. And at this point, I had to decide, do I continue down this path, living this party life and hanging out with the cool kids who are doing all these illegal things? Very dangerous path. Or do I try to take this chance and make something of my life? And very luckily, I started meeting a bunch of chefs who came to our restaurants, and they gave me the opportunity. They offered me a job. It was a very high-paying job. It was actually below minimum wage. I decided to take it. I quit school, dropped out of med school, began working for these guys, scrubbing floors, scrubbing the cooler, washing vegetables, all over it. I decided to put myself through culinary school, working my way through, 18 hours days. I would do every event, every catering, every banquet, every party, anything that came up. I would take advantage of it, and I would do it to my fullest. This strangely took me to my first job in Belgium, where again, I paid nothing for almost 2 years. I was washing dishes, I was throwing out the garbage, I was emptying the toilets, but this was my one chance, and I knew that if I was going to do this, I would have to work harder than anyone else. So, this journey took me from Belgium, Chicago, to Vancouver, and I began to know and notice quickly that I was not the strongest cook. I was not the best chef. But deep down, as long as I could put extra hours in after work, I would study, I would do more research, I would practice, I would cook for my friends, I would cook for my family. I knew that at some point, I would be better than them. Life has a really strange, funny sense of humor. You never know when these actual opportunity and chances are going to come up. And the strange yet cool thing about life is that when these chances and opportunities do come, if you're willing to take that leap and to take that chance, grab hold of it, and put the effort in and work harder than anyone else, things can happen. I would have never imagined as a cook who at one point I was a sous chef, my dad in Toronto, working at one of the best restaurants in Toronto. I was making $3 an hour, and I couldn't afford a car, I couldn't afford a house. I was sleeping in a storage unit on a sleeping mat for over a year. But because it was such a prestigious restaurant, I wanted to get it on my resume. I can remember days when me and my fellow cooks, we literally didn't have money to eat. We would buy a bag of rice, and between us, we would just have white rice and soy sauce for a month until we get to the next paycheck. But this was my one thing. I knew I was good at it, and I was going to pursue it. If you're lucky enough, you'll realize when you get this one chance. Some people are even luckier; they get 2 chances. Just what we're trying to get across is that you have to do the work. You have to be willing to sacrifice everything, but you have to recognize these chances. You have to just grab hold of it, and life will work its way out. It always does, provided you're willing to do the work and understand that. I mean, anything can really happen, right? Otherwise, you gotta cook, right? So, thank you.